going on, guys? We are here today to go behind the album of my second all original album, Out on a Limb, which will be released on December 1st of this year on all major music platforms. Um, we'll start right off the bat with the meaning behind the title of this album, Out on a Limb. The reason I chose that title for this album is because that's kind of exactly what I did with this album. With writing every song that I did, I kind of went out on a limb, went way out of my comfort zone with a lot of stuff. This album, um, one of the first things I did was the first song I wrote for this album was "A Father's Love," which is kind of a hip hop track. Again, something I way out of my comfort zone that I tried for this one. Playing sax with hip hop is kind of new to me, but it was really fun doing it. But with this one, I also got a couple of verses in there that I wrote with lyrics, which is way out there from what I normally do. And usually it's just me and my sax, and it's all instrumental. But with this album, again, went out on that limb and did something new. But this song here is kind of means something to me a lot. It's kind of I wrote it about my son, basically from when he was born to now, which my boy will be graduating this coming year, and that's a big step from seeing him grow up from a, a little baby all the way through toddler to starting elementary school for the first time to graduating, which again he's graduating a year early, so it's kind of still trying to process that. Um, and after this year, I mean, this is kind of when he starts his life with what he wants to do with going to college, workforce. It's an open book for him. So when you hear this song, you'll see kind of what I'm talking about when you listen to the verses on this song. But it's kind of deep from my heart when I wrote this song. Means a lot. Kind of poured my heart into this one, and it was really fun. It was really cool when you're making the beats behind the track and everything for the track. I think that was about the funnest part for me was coming up with the beats for that. Cause I mean, if you ever wrote hip hop, about the coolest thing you can do is coming up with the beats for it, which is really awesome. And coming up with a bass line to go with those beats, it was challenging but really fun. And I have another song also on this album called "Better Off Alone," which this is another song out on a limb, out of my comfort zone. It's a rock song. It's really cool though. It's got a really cool groove. Music's awesome and everything. But this is another one I kind of went all out, and this is a vocal track. Yes, there is sax on it. There's two sax solos on this song, but this song I wrote, it's kind of sums up my journey in a way of me becoming sax man, uh, kind of talks about basically fake friends and all, and fake people that you come across in your life and all. Better Off Alone is wrote about basically me when I starting off. Learning saxophone and playing and all, I always wanted to do something with music, but growing up, I never had that support. I was always told, you'll never amount to anything. You're not going to go anywhere doing music, so why bother? You shouldn't even consider even wasting your time on learning your instrument and all. But for me, it was, it just kind of, it was fuel for me to keep going, to push and to prove people wrong. Because honestly, I'm the type of person that when I'm told I can't do something, that makes me want to do it even more. But as you listen to this song and you hear more of the lyrics and everything, you'll see it talks about to kind of my journey of becoming sax man, and all of I've come across people that claim to be friends, that and all acquaintances and all that have promised me, oh man, you're awesome. I'm definitely going to get with you. I I got some gigs that I can get you booked and everything, man. I know some people, I'm gonna hook you up, and it never leads to anything. It's basically just false promises, basically all lies. And I've had friends that well, so-called friends that say, "Oh man, I'm gonna do this gig, I want you to come play," and you follow up with it, and it falls through, and you don't get it. They go on and they do the gig, but you're just kind of left in the dust, not hearing anything back from them and all. But I mean, I've had several people, that even people who are supposed to be friends who own venues or whatever, that's like, I'm gonna have you, I'm gonna book you, I'm gonna get back with you, but you never hear anything from them and all. And then you have people that basically, they want you to come play, but they want you to play for nothing. They don't want to pay you. They don't want to give you, what you deserve, because I mean, as a musician, this is your life. This is what you do, your job. This is getting paid. I mean, you wouldn't go to a 9 to 5 job and go into an office and do work all day and not get paid for it. You'd walk out the door. I mean, same way with musicians and all. This is kind of when I wrote this song. This is kind of I poured all those feelings and all that frustration of all these people, these friends that say, "Oh, you're great. We support you. We're going to support you." But yet they never follow any of my social media pages, never come to a gig, never share any of my posts, never share my music. And it's just it's false promises. And also that's kind of where I got the title, Better Off Alone, because honestly, in a lot of ways, I'm better off alone doing this in the music industry. Because if I've sat back and waited for all these people who have said, "Oh, I got a gig for you, I'm going to hook you up," or, "Oh man, I want you to come play this gig for me," if I sat back and waited, I would go nowhere. So I mean, words of advice, if you're a musician and you're watching this, don't wait for other people to make stuff happen for you. Get out there and make it happen yourself. Like, I mean, it's kind of what I've done with my albums and all. I've had people tell me, "Oh, I want you to come. I'm going to, come into my studio. We're going to sit down. We'll record some stuff with you," but never hear anything from them about it again. I see the people, a good bit, but they never bring it back up, never mention it. And also, I finally, I went out on my own to the studio and started recording stuff myself and started making things happen for myself. And also, I mean, that's kind of the gist of what Better Off Alone is about. And it's really cool. It's a rock song, so it's got that rock and feel to it. You'll want to bang your head to it. It's one of those songs you'll want to listen to going down the road, and it'll just kind of be stuck in your head. It's one of those rocking songs that you want to rock out to. But again, it was a really fun for me to do that one. And another song I did a techno song, which again I have no experience with playing, uh, writing, or anything with techno. I don't even listen to techno. Not a big fan of techno music myself, but I wanted to do something different. So I'm like, well, let's try some techno. And I will say, coming up with the beats and the bass line and all for this song, this a techno song. When you listen to the album, you'll know exactly which song I'm talking about on this album, and you'll recognize the techno feel to it in a way. Uh, it was really fun, though. I really had a fun time coming up with the beats, the bass line, and all for this. It's a little challenging at first, trying to play a sax part on for this song, for a techno song, but it was fun. It was challenging, and honestly, anything you do that's challenging makes you a better musician and all. And the last song that I wrote for this album was actually a country rock ballad. Uh, It's really, really cool. I think it's kind of smooth. It kind of puts you in like a relaxing state kind of feel, but it's kind of got that kind of country rock ballad type feel to it. But it's really, really cool. I think it's a really beautiful song. Really enjoyed coming up with the sax part for that. And it's actually broke out the soprano sax for this song. Tried it with my alto, but I just wasn't feeling it. So went back, rewrote the part for soprano, and I was pleased with it. It was a lot smoother sound, kind of the angle that I was going for it. But that's kind of the gist of how Out on a Limb is all of what it's all about. From the title and some of the songs that are on there. And again, you can catch this album December 1st of this year, 2024. It should be streaming out on all major music platforms like Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, all of that, and all the other. I mean, there's a whole list of platforms out there that I honestly can't remember and just don't have time to list them all. But whatever platform is that you use for music, I can pretty much guarantee it will be on there. So you just search Saxman, and I'm sure you'll find it, or just search Saxman and the album Out on a Limb, and it should take you right to it. But if you can't wait till December to get a little taste of this new album, um, one of the songs on this album, A Father's Love, will be released in a few weeks. So keep an eye out on that. I think it's August. I want to say August 16th will be when that song just by itself will be released as a single. A Father's Love, that's the hip hop song that I wrote. So again, that will be out on all streaming platforms. So take a listen to that. If you like that, then you're gonna like the the rest of the album. But even if you don't like it, I'm sure you'll like something off of this album because I've hit up several genres for this album, from hip hop, country ballad, techno, rock. So I mean, there's all kinds of like different genres on there that you're going to enjoy. I hope so anyway. So be on the lookout for the just a single of A Father's Love coming out on August 16th, I believe, and the full album Out on a Limb, December 1st of 2024 this year. So when it comes out, take a listen to it. Be sure to share it with your friends, your family, and please let me know what you think. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Find me on one of these social media pages, and please shoot me a message, and let me know what you think of the album when it comes out. So, hope you guys have an awesome day, and really excited about this new album. Hope you guys are excited about it as I am when you hear it. Have a good day.